Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. It's Tuesday? It's Tuesday? It's Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Random. I don't even know if I'm stepping on anybody's toes. I didn't even look. I'm sorry if I am. That's why I tried to announce it yesterday. This is my only chance to go live, guys. So we are here on Tuesday. What is up, YouTube? What is going on, everybody? What is going on? That. What is going on, everybody? Sorry, guys. The hair is looking all weird. I don't know. I got a haircut. This thing makes me look bald. I don't know what's going on. Receding hairlines and such. I'm only 24. This is 25. This is crazy. What's going on? Everybody got one person here and one like. That's great. Oh, three people, 2 likes. Taylor Palmer, what's going on? Alma Mo, what's up? Cameron McNeely, Mike. There he is. What's going on, Mike? I haven't seen you in a while, bud. How you doing? Wing Zero, Shane Owens. Get some sleep. I just woke up, man. I slept too much. Robbie Rutherford, what's up? My boy, Casey Jones, did you win? My match is this weekend. It's this coming weekend. Aiden Hobgood, Derek, it's Tuesday. What's going on? I know. I can't go live tomorrow because I got to be flying. I got to be flying to Turkey. So that's why I put on the YouTube channel yesterday. I was going to go live today at 3. AEW Miliano, hello, my friend. What's up? Veronica, there she is. What's going on? Thank you for hanging out. Wing Zero, I am a super fan. You know what? I'm a super fan of you, Wing Zero. Thank you for being supportive. Always. Linky Slinky, #1. Yo, what's cracking, my boy? Rob Rutherford, remember to give a thumbs up. You guys, oh, man. Oh, it's jumping. It's cracking. It's popping. We have people joining up. We got thumbs up coming in on your guys' way in. If you guys can hit the like button, I'd really appreciate it. We got a Rain White Gummy Bear today. So I got some stuff I definitely want to talk about. I definitely want to recap this past weekend because I know a lot of, like, the arm wrestling community doesn't really understand what happened this weekend. I'm not seeing a lot of talk about it. I don't think people understand what it meant to the sport, what I think it meant to the sport, and what happened really. And also, I want to get into East vs. West that's coming this weekend, man. So got some stuff I want to talk about for sure. Bellman, what's up? King Hoddle, good luck, Big D. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Texas product in the house. Yo! Oh, sweet nectar for gods. All right. So, those of you guys that do not know what happened this weekend, that are not in the know, think Brian will have more time for arm wrestling now? We will see. Sarah Latona, what's going on? So, for those of you guys that were not in the know, this weekend was the Shaw Classic. Now, I've been talking to Brian Shaw, and my boy B Shaw, my best friend in the world. Not really. He probably barely even knows me, but still my boy. So we've been talking, and he hit me up to set up this. He wanted to have arm wrestling, the Shaw Classic. I was his contact, so I said, I got you. I'll figure out some matches. I'll find you some referees. Well, I'll get you the table. We'll do the whole thing. Let's do it. And at the Shaw Classic, I don't know how many people were in the stands. Like Texas Piranha, Shane Owens, anybody that saw it, or I don't know. I didn't end up hearing the stats on how many people were in the stands. It had to have been a couple thousand at least. Okay, sold out 5K. Okay, Shane Owens says 5,000 people. So Taylor Palmer, I was there. So yeah, so about 5,000. Shane said it sold out 5,000 people. That's awesome. Hey Derek, good luck on your upcoming match. Thank you, Rob Galaxo. When will you go there? I'm going to Turkey. I leave tomorrow. Okay, so not only was it a packed house, right? 5,000 people in the stands, but I know they raised over $200,000 in pay-per-view sales. The numbers on day one was over 200,000 slightly, and that wasn't even counting day two. So I don't know how many people ended up completely buying the pay-per-view, but that's something like, if you do the math, it's something like 10,000 plus people were on the pay-per-view watching as well. So the audience we got in front of, and these are not arm wrestling fans, these are strongman fans, these are strength fans, right? Strength fans, more specifically for strongman, but now we got to show strength fans arm wrestling, which was the big kicker, right? Now, obviously, they filmed a lot of it for themselves on the pay-per-view, so there wasn't a ton of, we couldn't be out like on the mat recording all the matches and blowing it up everywhere because that's their footage. So that's why I'm saying I know a lot of arm wrestlers don't fully understand what happened this weekend, but I'll do a quick recap. So Texas Brana in the house right here. The he was one of the referees, right? So I got Mike to be one of the referees. Also, Isaac Luna was a referee. It was perfect. They did a fantastic job. And it was great having shorter referees because they made the athletes look that much bigger. And so Saturday, which was day one, we had one super match. It was an intermission. So while they're switching out events, strongman events, they had arm wrestling out there, right? Day one was a left-handed match between Nick Stone and Austin Jaggers. Now, the match went unexpected. Austin Jaggers being ranked 5th in the United States left-handed against Nick Stone, who was, I believe, unranked left-handed at all. He wasn't even on the top 20. I go by in the hook rankings. Sorry if he's on. I don't know if he's on other lists, but on in the hook rankings he wasn't. But Nick Stone won IFA World Championships left-handed, and he's just been kind of beasting his area that was left-handed, like no one's touching him really. So I thought it was a really great match. But I mean, I think you have to say that per stats, Nick was the underdog. Nick ended up winning 3-0. It was a great match, but the problem was they wanted me in the booth, right? In terms of from Derek's story, they wanted me in the booth, but the live stream went down right when I went up to the booth to commentate. I was going to be what the pay-per-view people would hear. The live stream crashed, so I'm standing in the booth with my hands in my pockets, watching the super match from up above, and they kind of last second they gave Isaac the mic for a little bit. He tried to explain some stuff, and then they even gave Texas Prana the mic for a little bit to ask him like who the athletes were. But we weren't really prepared for that. We thought I thought I was gonna be on the floor with the microphone like in front of all the people, and then so we didn't really prepare for that all the way. And so during the arm wrestling match, the referees didn't have the microphone. The only two people that had microphones were the guys that don't know anything about arm wrestling. So the other two commentators for strongmen. So there was just a ton of dead silence. There was like, this looks like a good match. Crickets. And so expectedly, like the crowd wasn't super into it. They were kind of a little bit lost. Like they were watching the match, but those guys basically expect arm wrestling to look like this. So they didn't really know what's going on. And it's breaking my heart because that's what I love to do the most, explain arm wrestling to people and get people involved and explain it simply so people can grasp what's going on. And so I'm just sitting up there like, oh no, and they don't understand like how big of a match that is, right? And so Nick Stone winning 3-0, beating the number 5 guy in North America when he's not even ranked in the top 20 was huge. That's massive. And Nick ended up hurting his tricep. He tore something in his tricep the round 2, and he still went back round 3 and finished it. Crazy that he was able to do that. Congratulations to Nick and Austin. I know Austin was a lot lighter, and he I think this put a spark in his ass to train a little bit harder. So. The match was insane. It was a little bit one-sided, but you can't predict that, right? Whether it's gonna be one-sided or not, you can't make it be close. So I was a little mad, and all of us involved in the arm wrestling thing were a little bothered by the fact that like it kind of crashed in terms of commentary and things like that, and so it was kind of flat, right? And in the stands, they didn't even know how important that match was. So day 2. Let me catch up in the chat before you guys go too far. Carolyn, what's up? Shane getting a bit too strong for his own good too. Yes, sir. Did you get to talk to Brian about his potential arm wrestling future? He was really busy. I poked at it, but he was really, really busy, obviously. Dave Anderson, what's going on? I used to work with people from Turkey, and one of them actually descendant of either Turks or later relatives, Mongolians. Hey, Ryan Turner, there he is. Drew, Shane, you messed with the bell cord for us. Stop getting stronger. Dave Anderson, did you go to the short store to find the refs? Nah, man. Nah. Robbie Rutherford, that's the first time for you. Where can I watch this? Says Arvin Chan. It was on theshawclassic.com, and they had the link to the pay-per-view. I haven't gone back to see if it's still up or how it works. Taylor Palmer, too much silence. I was the only one in the crowd yelling. I know. Robbie Rutherford says, it'll be much better next year. Yes. DF, what up? Agent of Chaos, are you ready, bro? Yes. Wing Zero, majority of people from Turkey are not Turks. Okay, a little off topic, but all right. Drew says, I need some prep education arm wrestling work beforehand the show so they will actually care about it. Okay. Yes, I agree. So day 2 comes around. Now, day 2, we have another match. It's the finals of strongman, right? So everybody's coming in because Brian Shaw, going into day 2, was in second place. Everybody wanted to know if Brian Shaw is going to win his final strongman event. It's his final time competing at the Shaw Classic, and he goes in half of a point down going into day 2. So I know everybody was paying attention. But the second day, we figured, we're like, all right, listen. Lincoln Munger, which is Austin Jaggers' manager, and he's also an arm wrestler. He was there, and he was, Lincoln knows how to talk. He's been on some podcasts and things like that. So he said, hey, Lincoln, how about we send Lincoln up to the booth, right? And you run the pay-per-view, and they're going to put me on the floor. So I'll be on the floor with the microphone in front of the stand, in front of the people, doing what I could do best and explaining arm wrestling, which was killing me not being able to explain it to people. So in one of the coolest moments of my life, and I have the video of it. I'm so happy that Bridget filmed it for me. Like they announced me, and I come running out there with the microphone, and it was super cool. I know the other guys involved felt the same thing when they went out there when they were called for their matches or for reffing and stuff. It was just like an unreal moment, right, to be that around that many people. And then it was Shane Owens versus Vitautas Lawless. Now heading into this, I think that even Shane admitted, like going into this, that he was probably the underdog after we saw the way Vitautas arm wrestled with Mindaugas Dolskis. Mindaugas Dolskis, number one guy in the UK. After we set the match, then Vitautas released a video of him like holding Mindaugas Dolskis, who's the number one guy in the UK. Like it looked, oh man. And Mindaugas Dolskis has had kind of close matches with Sandra Sedis, and he's a beast. And so we're like, oh no, like that guy looks crazy strong. Like, all right. And even Shane was like, all right, I see what that's the underdog, but I'm ready. And the thing is, I believe in Shane, man. I have a lot of faith in Shane. I know he's training his ass off. I reached out to his teammates. They said he's ready. He's just one of those guys just looking for an opportunity. A lot like Nick Stone, right? And so I love giving people, helping people get their opportunity to blow up, especially when they're ready for it, we were going to play it on the whole crowd knows Vitautas Lawless. Vitautas Lawless is an ex-pro strongman. He got second world strongest man. He won the Arnold's. So I was going to play on like, okay, your guys' hero, Vitautas Lawless, versus like up-and-coming bad boy, trying to upset your hero, Shane Owens. But we didn't even get to that. We ended up just announcing them both, and the crowd got really into it. But I think one of the things that was super cool is that before the match started, they just chopped it up with me out there. Like, so how's this arm wrestling thing work? How long have you been doing it, Derek? Like, what? Just ask me about arm wrestling. And it was awesome because I got to go into it and explain a lot of things. I even got on the table with one of the announcers. He wanted to arm wrestle me. So I arm wrestled left-handed, didn't touch the right arm, but still fresh. We arm wrestled left-handed. And it was really funny because I was talking to him. I was like, oh, no, you're really strong. Good job. But yeah, and then we now they have me announce. I didn't even know they wanted me to announce their names, so I announced the guys. We get them out there. Shane Owens goes off. This dude, he was telling me in the back, like they're getting ready for the match, and Shane's like, it's like a weapon right now, Derek. I don't even know what's going on with this thing. It's so strong right now. It's so healthy. It's a weapon. And he's like, he can't tell me it's a weapon. And I was like, okay, Shane. And Vitautas was kind of getting warmed up for a while, just kind of walking around more serious. Shane was like, I could see the intensity, like popping. He knew this is his moment. This is Shane's moment. And he did not disappoint, man. Round one, they slammed into a hook. Shane was, straps, this and that. Shane's gets him offensive, opens him up, and I was like, oh, because I didn't know. I didn't know if they went wrist to wrist, and Shane didn't even know. He was saying he wanted to kind of stay outside, but once he felt that power, he's like, I'm going in. And he slammed in there and opened Vitautas up and pinned him, kind of a really quick pin. Vitautas dipped below the parallel pin. And this whole time, I'm explaining this to 5,000 people. I'm explaining exactly what is going on. I'm explaining exactly what they're doing with their shoulders and their fingers and what the strap's going to do and all these things. And I'm able to just explain it, and the crowd's getting into it. I'm getting them more into it. Who do you guys got? Vitautas or Shane Owens? And everybody's like, yes, screaming. It was way more fun the second time. And then round two, they end up back in a hook after jockeying for position and things like that. And I know Shane had more confidence going into round two. And then sadly, Vitautas got hurt. He tore his pec. Vitautas is more offensive. Shane brought him back. And then when they were kind of center table, Vitautas tore his pec. And then back down the match. So, and this is the worst thing possible. Because I was trying to tell the crowd, I'm telling them, I said, listen, I said on the mic, I go, guys, I know a lot of people are scared of arm wrestling, but honestly, injuries happen mostly at the amateur level or people that don't know what they're doing on like dinner tables. It's not super common for arm wrestling injuries to happen at the pro level. It's not as common. And then we had an injury both matches. Nick Stone tore his tricep and Vitautas Lawless tore his pec. Like those of you guys that are in the sport know, like that's like the odds of that happening are. So hopefully they didn't read into that too much. Hopefully they just thought it was fun. That's the one part that kind of scares me is that there was two injuries. But yeah, so then Shane Owens ends up winning, beating Vitautas Lawless, and like I know it wasn't for rankings, but man, that really put him on the map. Catastrophe Chipotle doesn't have unsweetened iced tea. Lemonade. So anyway, you guys, if you guys can, I know Shane, I believe he's doing his YouTube channel. Moderators, please plug Shane's channel in there. Like, it was awesome hanging out with you, Shane, and getting to know you and your lady, man. You guys are great people. And Nick Stone as well. If Nick pops in here, you guys, can I please get you guys to blast their channels? But also, you guys go check out Vitautas. It sucks that he got hurt. I hope he doesn't completely leave the sport. And then always Austin Jaggers. You know, he's always going to be around. He just he had a bad day. You know, I'm sure he's going to come back strong. Let me catch up on the chat here. Dave Anderson, love your fish from Texas. It's Gundam Wing Zero. Wow, Derek on top of chat, impressive. Peak performance. What's going on, Derek? Nice to see you taking a break from making Brian Shaw look normal size. I told you guys I'm taller than him, but he's obviously bigger than me. Big D, Silver Bullet. Hello, all. What's going on, man? Flying Ryan, what's up, Derek? Good luck in your match, big guy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Carolyn says, Derek, you're amazing. Thank you. Hey, beast. Carolyn, he still is. Thank you, Drew. Hey, brother, what's up? Just popping in. Nothing much. Gunners hanging out. Defense. Hello, DEREK. What's going on, man? Let's see. DF saying, sub chat. What's going on to everybody? Dave Anderson, Cowabunga. Just talking to each other. Saying, what's up, Veronica? What happens to Zarab? Because, I know the injuries. But at the same time, you guys, when there's something that important, when you go out on that stage and there's 5,000 people live cheering for you, and like you're gonna give it everything you got. Like you're not gonna leave anything in the tank, right? So the odds of injuries, I think, are a little higher because everybody's gonna give all their, you're not trying to embarrass in front of all those people. You know what I mean? So I think the odds of injuries are a little bit higher, but still, like 2 injuries with 2 matches, dude. Gosh. Let's see. Wing Zero says, Derek, you would tear my arm off. I'm a small keyboard warrior. No, I would never do that, man. I'm nice. DF, man, I wish I was there. I wish you were there too. Frank Callahan, there he is. What's going on, Frank? Moderators, can you guys plug the Aries website, which I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head. Frank, what's the Aries website? We'll plug it in the chat. You guys, if you guys don't know what the Aries website is, Frank Callahan in the chat. It is the newer ranking system that came out. It is an ELO system, which people have been asking for years. ELO system basically means it's points based. Frank's getting mad. I'm sure I'm going to explain it incorrectly, but it's points based, and so it kind of shows who, like, if you beat, the guy that's ranked number 5 and you're number 10, doesn't mean you necessarily take the number 5 spot. He loses some points, he might go down a rank. You gain some points, you might go up a rank, and so it's like that. So it's a little more accurate ranking system over time. If everybody's competing and there's tournaments going on, it's a more accurate representation of arm wrestling over time. It needs people to compete, and the downside of it for guys that are taking super matches and rank really high is that, like, they're not really on there. But it's super accurate for all the guys that are actively competing in tournaments and going around and testing themselves. So you guys check out the Aries.com website, or AriesArm.com website, and check it out. It's in like a year or two, that thing is going to be that'll be the rankings everybody kind of looks at, and they also, Frank told me, he also launched a rankings that is kind of like the In Hook rankings, that is just based off who wins. You take their spot, things like that. So they have a couple different rankings. Let's see. Carolyn says Vitautas will heal good though. Yes. Tex Soprano sharing the link tree. Thank you, Mike, for sharing that. DF Yago sub to Shane Owens. Yes, sir. Logia, even though I already knew it, I was shocked when you saw your photo with Brian. Crazy how you're noticeably taller than the giant. Alicia Owens, it was great meeting you and your girl. Oh, Alicia, thank you for hanging out. Glad you're in here. Yes, it was awesome meeting you too. Bridget was saying how much she liked you. So yeah, it was great. It was fantastic hanging out with you guys. Got to show Shane and the guys how much I can eat. He didn't know. Wiggs there says, I'm a big keyboard warrior, but small in size. IRL, MFAO. It's all right, man. We don't all have to be gigantic. Gunner says, kind of off topic, but you see East vs. West 11, Matt Masters, Wagner, right hand. What you think? It's right-handed. Matt takes that. And it's going to be an exciting match, but Matt takes that. Let's see. Shot class looked awesome, says Dan John. It was awesome. It was one of the highlights of my arm wrestling career thus far. I wasn't even arm wrestling, but just if you saw it or you were there, like, that's the big show. That's what we need to get arm wrestling to. You know what I mean? Karen says, Derek, please can you tell us how cool your interaction were with all the people you met at the Shot Classic? It was phenomenal. I mean, meeting the strongman, and the thing is, I don't follow the strongman that closely. The strongman, I know the top guys. I know, like, the brothers, the Stoltman brothers, and things like that. But I don't follow it that closely. So I got pictures of the people I knew and I knew of and stuff. Me and Tom Stoltman got a picture. I can show you a picture. I can share that. I was a little taller than him too. When I'm looking at these guys, because they're so big, I feel like I'm looking up to them. But when we take the picture, I'm a little bit taller. But yeah, it was dude, it was surreal. And I know Brian was busy, and dude, it was awesome. After the Brian ends up winning. For you guys that don't know, Brian wins the Shot Classic. Spoiler alert. And afterwards, he's all crying. He's backstage giving hugs to everybody. He gave me 3 hugs. I was like, Brian, I grabbed him. I was like, dude, you're such an inspiration, man. It's crazy, like everything you've done. He gave me hugs. He's like, now it's on you, man. You got a match next weekend. I'm gonna be watching you and all this stuff. I don't know. It was a cool moment, man. Being there for Brian's last performance and like, I don't know. That was a top moment for me. I am, regardless of me hanging out with Brian and stuff. Like, I am such a Brian Shaw fan. I've been watching Brian Shaw for a long time. A big guy that knows how to do it, that does it right, that knows how to train, that gives it his all. Like, I'm a fan. I'm personally a fan of Brian Shaw. So, yeah, that was a crazy moment, man. And then meeting Eddie Hall and Robert Oberst and Nick Best and all those guys, being backstage with them and stuff. It was, yeah, it was awesome. So, yeah, I don't I don't get too far on that, but yeah, it was phenomenal. Shane Owens says the problem with Aries that you have to rely on promoters to turn their brackets, preferably use their system for the brackets. Favorite wrist rehab exercises? For me, not going to go too far into this, but I like rolling handles. I don't use wrist wrenches. A lot of people use wrist wrenches. I don't like holding on that tightly. I like having the pressure in my hand and controlling it rather than gripping. And then just change it for high reps, really high reps for rehab, like with really low weight. So any kind of rolling handle, man. It could be a small rolling handle that you find in the gym, the basic one, or up to some kind of country crush, some kind of Mazurenko thing. But yeah, if you're talking about just wrist flexion, that's kind of where I go. And Aries much more used on the West Coast than on the East Coast, as Shane. Aries anniversary went live 1 year ago today, and we have 900 events. Just wait until we have 3,000 events. And we have over 100K matches. I hope by the end of the year we can be close to 200K. Hey, attaboy, Frank. DF says, speaking of size, y'all see Ray next to Hermes? That was funny. Mike says, I was constantly getting chills throughout the entire Strongman event. Crazy, insane atmosphere. Yeah, you were. You showed me that you had goosebumps on your arm. Robbie Rutherford, it'll get there. Strongman has grown tremendously since I started watching. Yep. Yeah, DF talking about the size difference between Coach Ray and Hermes. Drew says, I want to submit my Aries points only when I win, and if I lose, pay off the winner, not submit them. Shane Owen says, Nick Best is the kindest person in the strength sports, period. But all the guys were very cool and interacted with all of us like we were regular people. Yeah, they were. That was a trippy thing. They were just talking to us like, I almost didn't want to ask for pictures because, like, we're backstage. We're supposed to be one of them. Like, we're supposed to be amongst them, our peers. But I'm like, I want pictures with all these dudes. So I didn't want to be that guy, but I wanted to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Shane was definitely that guy. Shane ran up to Brian Shaw right after Brian won and was like, can I get a selfie? And Shane took a selfie with it. He didn't even have someone with the camera. He took a selfie. Shane. Devin Dodd, yo, what's going on? And anyone who made you feel short? Yeah, dude, my daughter's godfather is 7 foot. I know people. I grew up playing basketball, so I know a lot of people are taller than me. Derek, that sounds like a scene in the movie. Robbie Rutherford, strongman, has a huge rep of very cool athletes. Yes, sir. White Wolf, there he is. What's going on, my boy? Daniel Cundiff says, God bless you, brother. Hey, thank you. And God bless you, too. Let's see. Carolyn. Oh, no. Says, friends, it ran for 2 days. The events, I'd encourage you to get the pay-per-view. You have it for a year. It's great together. Party, open, classic, grip, and arm wrestling. Yeah, there was grip there, too, which is awesome to see Ode Haugen and the guys doing the grip stuff. Shane says, the Shaw team rolled out the red carpet and treated us like true professional athletes. It's an experience I hope to get again. If not, I'll always enjoy getting that one chance. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, on top of that, I didn't even touch on that, basically. Like, we were a side thing. We were a time filler. They wanted to fill some of the gaps in there, and they wanted to have arm wrestling, and this is our opportunity to show arm wrestling, right? This was, okay, let's see if people can get into the sport that we love, and we had an opportunity. So we weren't by any means the main sport. Brian, talking to Brian behind the scenes, and he said it on his channel a lot. He really means this. He is all about the athletes being taken care of. He was so tired of not being treated the way he wanted over the years as a strongman, and the athletes not getting paid for what they're training and what they're worth, etc., that his whole thing is paying athletes, getting them taken care of, getting them treated right. So if us getting under this umbrella of the Shaw Classic, and like I said, we were a side thing. And as a side thing, just a filler for now, all the flights were paid for all the athletes and myself. Referees were paid top rate for the reffing each day. The athletes got so flight and hotel. The winners got $1,000 winning bonus, and they had when you check into your hotel, they gave us free meals. You know, Brian's sponsored by Trifecta, the meal prep company. If you're on his list, when you check into the room, they gave us 8 free meals, Trifecta meals to take in your room and eat. They got picked up. The athletes got picked up in a Mercedes-Benz nice ass shuttle. They got this badass backpack. I'm really jealous. I really wanted the backpack. Badass lanyard, shirts. I don't know. And this was a side thing, right? This wasn't the main thing. So if and when we become more, as a staple at the Shaw Classic, like I can only imagine what that would mean for us as athletes, because Brian is all about the athletes being taken care of. And that was just like a side gig. So that's why I'm so excited about it, guys. This could be the East versus West of the West. You know what I mean? Like the big thing we have. And so I don't know. I still have to touch base with them. I have no idea their thoughts on it. The small comments I got from Carrie and Brian was that they liked it and things like that. They thought it went well. So I'm definitely going to stay in touch with them and see what we can do next year. They want to get it bigger. They just want to have 2 matches. They want to have 4 matches. They want to have a tournament, all field out and see which way, how I can help and which role I can help. And yeah. So, but it's big things coming. I hope we stay there. Let's see. Have you seen that 198 round robin coming up? Yes, but I haven't really studied. I know of one coming up. Spare Reasons going on. Not fit. Yo, there's Jamie Sheldon, my boy, my mentor, my guy. What's going on, sir? Where are we at? Okay. Novikov took his shirt off and gave it to me when I asked him for a picture. Yeah, Mike got the Novikov's shirt. Alexei Novikov, who's a beast. Drew says, if you have all the other size giants in a pick with you, you will look normal size for once. Let's see. Jimmy Sheldon, the house. Tallest person I met is 7'3". That's pretty tall. Yo, Taylor Palmer says, language barrier is all language barrier, LOL. All you heard out of picture was shirt. Devin Dodd says, Jamie, will you be at the tournament in Riverside this Saturday? Yeah, Devin Dodd here, you guys can be doing his first tournament Saturday. He's gonna be arm wrestling his first time ever in a tournament. Got them all signed up. Excited to see that, even though I won't be able to see it because you can't film. I really need someone to sneak a video of it. Peak Performances, any plans for AWE? My dude, not as of right now. I'm really focused on my match right now that I have this weekend. Robbie Rutherford said, World's Strongest Man doesn't do right by the athletes or the fans either. Jamie says, yes, he's organizing the Riverside tournament with the leagues. DF says, biggest I ever met was a random trucker. Saw him out of nowhere and thought it was a bear or a monster at first. Kind of scared me. He was like 7'5" and I don't know, 600 pounds. Gigantic dude. 1.4 gigahertz max says, would have been nice if Brian organized the competition a bit more fairly. 7 of the 8 events chosen are basically tailor-made for him. Not a coincidence. This is his only major win in years. Hey, I don't care. He won, dude. He went out with a W. You know, yeah, there might be events that are great for him, but it was still a fair competition. All right, other people still had a chance to win this. So, but I don't care, man. That was his last event. He went out the way he should go out. You know, on top, having a great night and doing all the things. Like that was the best send off you could ever have for a career like that. Let's see. A booth at the Expo says text front. Maybe we can do that. Let's see. Devin Dodd's 239. We need Magnus Samuelson back on the table. Robbie Rutherford says Brian picks events for maximal strength. White Wolf says met Yao Ming in a tunnel in Beijing airport before he came to America to play b-ball. How tall is he? He was like 7'3", I think. That fit. Excellent. Safe flight, Derek. Go handle business. Yes, sir. See you Saturday, Devin. Dan Johnson says crush it in Turkey, Big D. Of course, I'm going to try to crush it in Turkey. Give it everything I got. Yao is 7'6". Sorry, my bad. Daniel Cundiff, what's your favorite movie? I can never really make this choice, but it's between I really like the movie Hook. I really like the movie V for Vendetta. I really like the movie Patriot. Those ones. Those are the first 3 that pop in my mind. I also like the musical Moulin Rouge. Some romantic. You guys, can we get a like spike up in here? We got 79 people, 36 likes. If we get a like spike, I would appreciate it. You know what's nice? I don't have to worry about my voice for this weekend because I'm not commentating. That's sweet. Benji Mack in the house. Brian's Legend making equipment custom made. Idiocracy, though. This is Drew. That's a funny movie. Dave Anderson said the events were heavy. The strongest man on earth needs to be tested with heavy. That's true. Shane Owens, Over the Top is the only correct answer. Over the Top's a badass movie. I've seen it I don't know how many times, but yeah, I don't know. Scott Don says, "Hey Derek, what's up? Thanks for saying what's up with the shot class. You did great once. They let you on the floor to commentate. I know, man. I wish I could have been on the floor the first time. Damn it. But sorry, Bloodsport. I don't know why I didn't say Bloodsport. That's one of my top movies as well. First Blood is the best movie. That's a good movie. Josh the Flat Earth Jedi says Brian is a beast. He's tired of world's strongest man turning into CrossFit. Was there any arm wrestling event for the shot class? Benji, you just got here? I just went over the whole thing. Yeah, there were super matches there. That's why I was there. I was commentating for the super matches. Shane Owens here in the chat won his super match against Vitautas Lawless, putting Shane Owens on the. I mean, he's already on the mat, but putting him on the MF and mat. My boys out there and gave the best speech. Called out Austin. Called out everybody. This thing's a weapon right now, Derek. It's a weapon. Let's see. Tell Eddie to come back and arm wrestle. Eddie is not into arm wrestling. I asked him about it like in the back, no cameras, and he's not interested at all. Michael Moore says, why do you not pull with high posting top roll more? You must have a long arm like Devin, so it seemed you're narrowed your training down to more pronator and rise. It would suit you. Ooh. Well, how can I answer this without giving too much away? I can top roll. I can high post and top roll. I can low hand top roll. I can hook. There was an injury a long time ago that's healed, but that made me have to start hooking or more sideways inside arm wrestling. It took a while to get over that. So I top rolled for like 7 years, hooked for like 3 or 4 years or whatever, and then now I'm more versatile right-handed. I can do both. It's just there's best moves for certain people, right, to try to beat certain people, and so yeah, that's the most I'll get into it. Who do you got? Devin versus Hermes? Don't give percentages, just pick one. I've said I think Devin wins 51%. Take that percentage. Dave Anderson. Also, Tom would have won aside his choices on. If Tom would have won aside his choices on day one. Huh? Let's see. Ghostbusters, best movie ever, says DF. Okay. Shane Owen says, humble flex. We walked into the restaurant after day 2 with some random guy at the table congratulating me on my win. Then I watched Derek eat the restaurant, the whole effing restaurant. Shane was so excited about how much I ate. Once I finished eating all the food I ordered, which was like an appetizer and 2 entrees, Shane was like, Derek, I got to say. He's like, that was the most impressive thing. Yeah, you got to be a big boy. You got to eat like a big boy, Shane. All right, step your game up. Eat like a little bird over there. They always see Mark Felix and arm wrestling more than Eddie. Mark Felix would be awesome. When he's a little bit older, it's hard for the older they are, the harder it is to adjust your bones and structure to arm wrestle. You want to watch Riverside Tournament this weekend? Yeah, this weekend, Benji? This weekend? You're asking if I'm going to be in Riverside watching the tournament this weekend? Benji, you are so out of the loop with arm wrestling right now, my friend. Someone tell Benji where I'm going to be this weekend. Someone tell Benji where I'm going to be Saturday. Someone let him know. Fill him in. Fifth Element's a good movie. Yeah, it's a great movie too. Taylor Parma says, Devil's Backbone Pullers practice 15 minutes in the Shaw Classic venue. We should have gotten an after pull setup. I didn't pull no after pull. Daniel Cunda, but that would have been awesome. I know Mike and Isaac and all them would have arm wrestled, but I ain't arm wrestled. Is closing a 350-pound hand gripper good? Yeah, of course. Rod Rutherford, yeah, I agree with Devin over Hermes by a small margin. Spermy says, Derek, I know you were competing at East vs. West 9 and can't wait, but will you be commentating as well? I will not be commentating. He has the goat there. Aiden Hopkins says, Derek, what do you think about Tom Rodas versus Mandalgas Terrasitis potential matchup? Tom's is the one that pulled Justin Bishop, right? He seems heavy for Mandalgas. I think he might be too big. He seemed like a lot bigger. I mean, maybe the weight's close or something, but man, just his shoulder, his frame, his body seems a lot bigger for Mandalgas. Robbie Rutherford says, Disney, Benji, he'll be ripping off the arm of some dude in Turkey. Hey, thank you. Danny Claire, 47, says, when are you going to Turkey? I fly out tomorrow. Benji Mac, you guys are right. I can't believe the tourney is going on during East vs. West. I'll be watching it on my cell phone. Hey, you got a boy. So East vs. West, guys, like, yeah, I'm happy to be done with the Shaw Classic thing. I mean, I'm sad to be done with it because it was an amazing experience. I got to get my mind off it. I got to get my mind locked in now. And we got work to do. Even Brian brought it up. Brian brought it up to me like 3 times. He goes, you got work this weekend. He's like, you better win. He's like, I'm watching. You better win. Brian was telling me that. So it's true. I have to get this out. It's such an exciting experience to be home from and to have. But yeah, it's time to focus up. Been focusing on my match. It's just this was a little side gig, and so got to focus on the match now. It's gonna be wild. I am gonna throw the world at this dude. I feel strong. I feel super healthy. There is no pain in my arm anywhere. This thing is ready to go, ready to rock. After seeing Shane and all that fire, it got me fired up. And it's funny because Shane says he was inspired a long time ago by watching me get fired up. He's like, oh, there's someone like me. And so seeing Shane get fired up this weekend is reminding me, to get in that headspace, ready to kill, ready to kill. I don't know what I'm going to say during the press conference. I don't know. Maybe you guys help me out with that. I don't know. Russell Monroe, my guy, what's going on? David says, Derek, are you doing anything this weekend, hosting a practice or watch party? Aiden says, yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. Was just about it based on how they both pulled Justin. Let's see. Logia says, how's your side pressure? Good. I've been training endurance with my pronator, and so what happened to me in Austin hopefully will not happen if we get in that same situation with me and Medi. I've been intentionally training exactly that pressure to make sure I don't get gassed in that exact same situation. So I really hope I put enough work in there. I think I did, and that the endurance is there. I have to have better endurance than him. He's like way older and way bigger. Like I have to have better endurance than him. No way I don't. Wear the mask of horrors, Derek. Start breaking random things. You will murder him. Thank you, DF. What goes around comes around, says Drew. Chris S. says, all you need to say in the press conference is the time for talking is over. Should I say it in like an accent? I don't know why I would. Even Gabe Prudnick's Triceps says, what podcast? Oh, wait. What comes around? It's all around, Ricky. Travis said on his podcast, everyone loves you, but your performance has been underwhelming. I look forward to proving him wrong this weekend. Yeah, me too, Bob. You know what, Travis guy. I don't know about him. Danny Clare says, bro, you can win this match. Try and have an aggressive mindset. Of course I'm having an aggressive mindset. I'm going to go at this dude to kill him. I hate this guy right now. I'm going to be weird because I'll probably be staring at him the whole time, like we're in the lobby and things like that. I'll be like, they take us out to that dinner. I'm supposed to be eating and just staring at him like this, cockeyed. Food all over myself, not even looking at the plate, just staring him in the eyes. Let's see. Shane Owen says, for the first time, I'm not here to talk. I got it because I was a commentator. Oh, that's a good one, Shane. I might use that. Okay. Logia says, did you see many pull with Svetkov from, I think, 2014? Did you take anything away from that? Yes, I saw it. Yes, I've seen all of Medi's matches. He's arm wrestling a lot differently right now than he was then. So, yes, I've seen it. Yes, I made game plans based off that, but I also saw his more recent performances and made game plans for that, right? So, me and Paul Lynn have been watching a lot of Medi content. Even Gay says, yo, DF, great minds watch shows that are alike. I got 30 pounds on armband, Derek. Hey, thank you, Dan John. I appreciate that. DF says, go full Jason Voorhees on him. Benji, the Californian Giant versus Iranian Hulk. I don't think he's the Iranian Hulk. That's the other guy, right? I don't know what Medi's nickname is. People might call him that as well, but there's already an Iranian Hulk, which is a different guy. So I don't know what his nickname is. Stormy says, worst case, Ontario, Derek loses one round. We're going to go for the shutout. You watch his ZG strong pulls? Yes, of course, Loran. I watched those back, forward, upright, down, left. So I definitely know everything that happened. I want to put, I love doing a couple polls when I'm here with you guys. So let's do one with who wins. I'm very interested in watching this match. Vitali or Ravaz? Who wins, guys? Who you guys got? Vitali or Ravaz? People aren't talking about this match nearly enough. This is going to be a banger. So Jay says, what would you do if you were sandwiched between Oh my god. Oh my god. Moderators, what am I paying you guys for? Why am I paying you the big bucks, moderators? Why am I paying you guys the big bucks? Someone handle this. Uh, Benji says Roy has many socks you can borrow. Just saying. He's getting top rope by 19-year-old. So Dave says Devin will be smashing the upstart. Carolyn says, Derek, do you think being a Shot Classic will even boost your confidence in Turkey, now having been at the Mega Shot Classic? I think it was actually a little bit nice to turn my brain off a little bit for my match for a couple of days and just have a good time. And I don't know. I think it was good. So I don't know. I don't know how to affect it. I mean, I get to reapproach the match this week and really just dial in. So we'll see. Let's see. We're talking about masks. Stop sleeping over Vaz. Yeah, what's the 71% saying Vitali, 29% saying Ravaz. I had Vitali winning too, guys, but I don't think it's almost that match to me is almost as close as like Devin and Hermes, which I have Devin winning but barely. Stylistically, I will tell you guys, stylistically, Ravaz has the edge. He has the style that can do well against Vitali. It's just, will he have the horsepower with a high rise to blast through Vitali's finger? I'm not sure. And Vitali's arm is going to be longer. I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. I have Vitali as the winner, but man, definitely like Shane said, don't sleep on Ravaz. Hey, I was trying to read that. I was typing, didn't see it. Alex E says, what do you think about Nick versus Austin? Too easy? That was unexpected. I mean, like I said, Austin was ranked 5th in North America left-handed, and Nick wasn't ranked in the hook rankings at all. But I feel like he should have been. Like that's why I gave Nick the opportunity and got him on that card. But man, that was, dude. Nick Stone is real. He's real. He is there. He is out there. He is waiting for matches. There's these guys that are up and coming. Like if I can give some shout outs, I mean, obviously Nick Stone, Shane Owens, right? These are a couple guys that their names weren't super big, but they're on the level, super on the level. Guys like Daniel Fenton. You guys keep an eye out for him. Big Daniel Fenton. Watch this dude. Wait till you see what he's all about. A guy named Joe Meek is coming up. He's very, very strong. And then like we have the freaks that are still training. Like we still got. So I mean, obviously we got Larry. We got Leroy Walker. Sorry, brain fart names. You guys, there's and if Brian gets into it, there's a lot of freaks up and coming. The super heavyweight class is moving. And I know there's other guys I'm not even mentioning. Big Benjamin McCabe is a monster. I think he's a big lefty specialist. There's badasses up and coming that people don't talk about. So, yeah. Let's see. Even Gay says, I'm worried about Devin because he's smaller than usual, and obviously he can't be on pancakes since he's in Turkey for 2 weeks prior. That doesn't mean he can't be on pancakes. When you win, can you say it's dedicated to Benji Mack? I absolutely won't do that at all. Benji, I love you, but that won't be what comes to my mind on stage. I don't think. Maybe it will. Maybe randomly in that moment, I'll be like, Benji said, make it for Benji. But I doubt it. I doubt I'll remember that in that moment. Tex Brown says, just don't. It doesn't make sense to say Natalia or Ravaz after what Ravaz did to Dave. Dan John says, Derek, can you see Hermes getting a flash pin? Yes. Yeah, I can see that. Dave just looked so bad last few matches in a row. It's hard to use him as a comparison. Carolyn says, can we get a white stick for Bridget to fight off the Europeans? Yeah. Can. Shane Owens says, Nick won because I was his corner. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Dave Anderson says, a Vitali fan here. Do see some bad math. How's Benji not a mod? And how's that one comment made it past? Oh, Drew saying it's Benji's fault, or it's my fault for not making Benji a mod. Gotcha. Let's see. Let's catch up in the chat. Wing Zero says Hermes is originally from Barbie Land. He was rejected by every Barbie. He left Barbie Land for the real world, but somehow ended up in Pasta Land, where everything is made of pasta instead of plastic. Wow. Alex G says maybe the West is not so hopeless in terms of next gen pullers. Oh yeah, no, there's some monsters coming. I'm telling you. Shane Owen says Siri from Colorado. Yes, sorry. Yes, Siri is a beast. He's the one they were calling Biscuit on the Arizona stream. Monster. And he's only like a year in, major potential. Benjamin, all the trading we did before the match. Tim Doonan, if there was 100 Gophers versus Levon, who would win? 100 Gophers, and they were like dead set on like fighting Levon, and they were like rabid Gophers, like coming out for blood. They weren't just trying to do Gopher things; they were trying to be killers. 100 Gophers is a lot of Gophers, dude. My guy, 100's a lot. Carolyn says, Derek, was there any strongmen there that you can't mention that are interested in arm wrestling at Shaw Classic next year? If I can't mention them, then I can't mention. You know what I mean? I can't mention it. Watch for Nate McCallum. Yes. Big Nate McCallum. Yes, that's another name. He told me he's cutting down to 242s, but beast for sure. Yeah, I don't know why that brain fart. Just because he told me he's cutting to 242s, in my mind, I'm starting to get him out of the supers in my mind. DK Cavo says, "What's going on? Any new PRs for you in the gym? I have not been lifting. I'm prepping for my match. I'm in rest mode." Granny Soup Ladle says, "I versus Medi. I think the table IQ and motivation is on your side. Medi is so strong though, but I don't know if you will be comfortable with super match format. I'm rooting for you hardcore." Thank you, Granny Soup Ladle. I appreciate that. Thank you. Devin for the win says, "Far Q." Palin says, "Hey Derek, so you're actually 6'9" or Brian is 6'7" and not 6'8"? I don't know, man. I've been telling everybody I'm 6'8". I'm pretty sure I'm 6'8", but I think I usually measure with shoes on though. So maybe I'm 6'7". I don't know, somewhere in there. I don't care that much, but somewhere something like that. Dan Johnson says, "Shade, massive win. Congrats. The Lawless Bros are legends." Yes, they are. Drew says, "Rapid Gophers win." Silky Wilkie, Derek, you better win. When are you getting over to Turkey? Anyway, we leave tomorrow. We fly out tomorrow. 13-hour flight. 13 hours? 13 and a half. 13 and a half hours. Logia says 10 Daniel Prokopchik versus 1 Levon. Oh, 10 Daniels just smoked 1 Levon. Dave looks so bad, even gay. You can't compare him, but yet he beat Vitali. How would it be okay to say Vitali wins, LOL, when Dave beats him while being so bad right now? Oh. Okay. It only takes 1 Pomeranian to slay Levon, not 100 Gophers. Wing Zero says Levon has bad cardio. As long as he doesn't punch or grab me, I think I can beat him. If I move around until he tires out, then I would attack. Okay. In other words to describe Derek is going to beat this guy, no problem. Thank you, Jock Hoban. I appreciate that. If he farts, does that count as breaking wind? Shane Owens, can we just turn this into a Bridget and Derek show? Shane. Derek and Bridget show. Nolan says, "Where can we watch Shaw arm wrestling matches?" I think it's still up on the ShawClassic.com. The link to the live stream. You guys, we're at 82 people, 54 likes. If I can get a little bit more thumbs up, I'd appreciate a little like spike in the chat. If you guys are on your cell phones, X out the live chat, hit the thumbs up button, bring back up the live chat, then you can hang out. Trying to stick with everybody's questions, you guys. Reflex, yeah. What's up? Bridget says, "I think we should do super chats for Bridget to take pictures with Europeans." I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. Levon's dog is the boss, like the Men in Black movie. Josh, the Flat Earth Jedi, says, "Everyone acting like David the Bum since Devin beat him." LOL. Dave's super strong. Sean Crowther with the first super chat of the day. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the love. And he says, hold on, let me write this down. I'm slow in my old age. I'm just going to put Sean right now because you got a long name in Sean C with the 13.99. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. And Sean says, "Hey, Derek, can't wait to watch your win versus Medi. Have you heard of Josh Bellin? He won Canadian Nationals this year in the Supers. He's 6'9" and 320 pounds. I don't want to hear of him. He's 6'9", 320. Oh. No, that I have not, and that sounds ridiculous. So I'm definitely going to be looking into this guy, Josh Bellin. Wow. All right. Apparently, I'm not the tallest guy anymore. I mean, Vitali's taller than me anyway. You know, losing my stature. I'm going down the list. Now the guys are getting bigger and bigger. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate the love and the support of the channel. Thank you, sir. And what did this poll end up at? Vitali 69%, Bervas 31% with 54 votes. Dang. All right. Damn. Heavy Vitali support up in here. Granny says, I think it's great 55-45 in Derek's favor. I'm only judging by Mehdi's recent training videos. Very heavy lifts, but also not great technique and often on elbow fouls. Derek needs to be between you and the arm wrestlers always. Bridget says, Benji. I agree. Luckily, I don't have to commentate, so I don't have to disappear for 7 hours. That's when all this stuff happens, right? When I'm commentating. Let's see. Dave Anderson, give Dave time to heal and rest. I'm not writing Dave off at all. I think Dave still has some great arm wrestling ahead of him. I think he's still going to heal up. He's doing the stem cells. I'm excited for Dave's future. You guys, I'm not writing him off at all. Obzin 33 says, our standard height table's too low for your height. No, I sprawl out my legs. I go wide. I go wide stance to lower my hips. So it works for me. Are you going to tell Hermes, WTF, my friend? I'll talk to him. Shane Owens, super chat. All right. Shane, I see you. Taking over the super chat game. That's good. Let's see. You know what? Weapon. With a $20 super chat. On my channel, you'll be called the Weapon. No, on Shane. The Weapon. And he says 20 towards Bridget and Evgeny's elevator selfie. Also, because I like seeing my name on the board and the check cleared. LMAO. Oh, good. The check cleared. Good. Shane, I appreciate the super chat. I don't know if that selfie's going to happen, though. You know what I mean? But, like, I appreciate the super chat, the love. Thank you. Thank you, Weapon. I appreciate it. Another super chat from Carolyn says, I think it's only fitting that Bridget do the opening of the East vs. West in Turkey, the welcome and intro before the announcer. Bridget got stage presence. Hey, I would love that. She wouldn't do it. You couldn't pay Bridget enough money to take that microphone and go up there and announce the East vs. West and get it started. No, wait, you could pay her enough money. Enough money. But I think it'd be like $15,000 maybe she should do it. some insane number. Let's see. Where was I? Thank you guys for the super chats. Carolyn, thank you for the support. Shane, thank you for the support. And Sean, thank you for the support, guys. I really appreciate that. The other, Paulin, will it be when you get your first East vs. West win, Devin becomes the oldest super heavyweight champ, and maybe the West wins the whole event? That would be badass. John Coleman says, taking out a huge loan and putting it all on Derek 3-0. Don't let me down, Derek. A huge loan? Hey. Sean says, I have a match with Josh Bellin on September 16th. Okay. So you're just trying to get some hype around it so that way when you beat him, it makes you look that much more badass. That's an interesting tactic. I like it. I like it. Hey, everybody, look at this guy. He's awesome. And then you crush him. You're like, no, I'm more awesome. I got it. I see what you're doing there. Good luck, Sean. Carolyn the Great, Benji saying coolness. Hermes has good cardio. I bet I'd be more afraid to fight Hermes than Levon. Texas Piranha says Dave didn't look good against Vitali. Preston doesn't even do that. Benji says I bet these elevator selfie comments despicable. Thank you, Benji. I appreciate that. I need to make Benji a moderator now so he can regulate the selfie comments. Shane Owen says, wait, did I finally get my arm wrestling nickname? Hey, I think so, man. I'm going to call you the Weapon. I like it. I like it. This thing's a weapon. I feel Hermes, I would fear Hermes more in a fight. Derek did doesn't get got. Huh? I got. Wait, who did I get gotted? Who gotted me? When did I get gotted? Did I get gotted so bad that I don't even know I got gotted? Damn. Saul says, wishing you the best East versus West, Eric. Thank you. Hope you get the win. The West has a mighty high chance to win the East this time around. I'm throwing everything I got. Everything I got. You guys, we're going to leave it all on the table. Derek, was Bridget the best professional handler at the Shaw Classic? Bridget was killing it. She was crushing the game. She was crushing it. She was doing her Bridget thing for sure. Her Bridget thing for sure. Anything we needed, she was all about it. She didn't care who she was talking to. Huh? Yeah. Like if you give Bridget a mission, it's gonna happen. We're gonna figure this out. And so I just try to keep her active. I keep her active. I keep giving her tasks, and she handles every task you can ever give her. We were like, hey, we need smelling salts. Ammonia? She's like, I got it. This is like the world level strongman competition, and she's running up to like the strongmen's like handlers and trainers, if not the strongmen themselves. Like, you got smelling salts? You guys got smelling salts? Anybody have any ammonia we can use? Like, she was all about it. But like that, but times a million for all the other things she does for me. So it's like, she handles all of it. You guys, I would not be able to do what I do if it wasn't for Bridget. Let's see. So yes, she was the best professional handler. She's like a mini Carrie. But like, because Carrie was super busy at this one, right? Like, she has a headset on, she's gunning everywhere. She's like, you don't have time. But and Bridget, because we were a smaller sport, wherever we weren't as important, she was like a mini Carrie in that sense, but just handling arm wrestling. Hey Carolyn, hope you've been well. So Saul, Tim Doonan, do you like Rain Body Fuel better than other energy drinks? Right now I do. Drew says, we're talking about the other time weeks ago. This almost another got since you don't even know. Drew speaking in tongues. Bridget is my girl, says Carolyn. No, Bridget's my girl. Not good. I'm just kidding. No. Carolyn, we have so much love for you. You've always been so supportive. Nothing but positive comments whenever your name is brought up. Shane says, Carrie is a monster. Bridget was fangirling over her so hard. Haha. That's what I'm saying. Definitely fangirls over Carrie. When do you go into Turkey, says Sean? I leave tomorrow. 13.5-hour flight. And then Egan says we're getting picked up with, I can't think of his name. Who's we're sharing a shuttle to the venue. And then tomorrow, Thursday night, is the dinner, the athlete dinner, where we all go grill our own food at the same place. And then Friday is photos, I think. And then photos and a press conference. And then Saturday is the event. Who were super matching at Shaw's event? It was Nick Stone versus Austin Jaggers, and it was Shane Owens here in the chat versus Vitautas Lalas. The first match is left-handed, the second match is right-handed. Myers arm wrestling. Robbie Toby is the weapon. Oh, I don't. Is he? I've never heard that nickname for him. He's called the Weapon. Hey, has anybody else ever heard Robbie Toby being called the Weapon? I've never heard of it. Ignacio Perez says, "What's your actual weight?" I've been sitting around 340 pretty consistently. I haven't weighed myself in about a week, but I was just sitting at 340 all the time. Wingzor says Levon is stronger than Hermes, but I think Hermes is more athletic. Hermes wasn't gassing out like Levon in their match. I mean, he was tired though, but yeah, not as much as Levon. Jock Holmes says, you missed the boat ride, guys, just out in the harbor. Geo Merck says, Derek, you after pulling after East versus West? We'll see. It's just, guys, because my match is probably going to be first, right? Or one of the first couple matches. And then I have to wait like 7 hours. So you got to think about this. I'm going to get super hyped up, right? All my adrenaline going, caffeine. I'll be all hyped up. I'm going to go arm wrestle, all my CNS, everything I got. Right? Match is over. Depending on how much damage done, or even if there's no damage done, then I'm going to wait 7 hours, right? Be falling asleep after the crash from all the caffeine and the adrenaline and the CNS, and then go arm wrestle. Like, and my match is always first. So if my match is later on where I'm still awake and stuff, maybe, but like it's so hard for me to get to do that afterwards. You should go over there and just lose to a bunch of little dudes because I'm dead tired. Like, maybe. I won't give you a solid yes or no. Maybe. I'll give you a maybe. Another super chat from White Wolf. Says, Derek, channel that beast from your Bresnan match. That, Derek, was wild. That was the real California Golden Bear. You got this. Thank you, man. I appreciate love. Always supporting me, White Wolf. You're the man. Hopefully you're still enjoying those shirts and stuff that you got last time we saw you. Yeah. We're throwing everything at him, guys. I got some pent up rage. I hate this dude. Like right now, I hate this dude. So we're gonna dance. Let's see what the big boy has. Let's see what that big boy has. Um, Shane says, "Help my boy Adam keep his head in the game for the weight cut, please." I think Adam's head is never out of the game. But yeah, I'll give some motivation. I'll pull Robbie for the name, says Shane Owens. Hey, Carolyn says, Derek, you're a great teacher in positivity. Tony Robbins got nothing on you. Thank you. He has big hands too. He's a big dude. Benji says, yeah, I was there for that match. Wolf, he was tuned in his mindset. Yes, sir. Sean says, did you do a prediction video? Not officially, no. Myers Arm Wrestling says, Shane, do it left hand though. I don't think Shane's scared left-handed. I'm about to say, I mean, Robbie's fluctuating weight all over the place, so I don't know where he's at right now. But I know Robbie's always down left-handed. It's a pretty big jump. Robbie left-handed, Robbie right-handed is a pretty significant change. Shane, how's your left? You think you got something for Robbie Tubby left-handed? What do you think? Screw the after pulling. I thought you guys going to the market. Bridget did say she wanted to go to the market. Briston North, you and my mom should do a show together. Welcome to the channel, Briston North. We got a new person tuning in. I don't know what, who's, I don't know. You guys want me to bring Bridget on here? Let's see. Chat, what do you guys think? You guys spam the number 1 if you guys want me to bring Bridget in here. Say it. Spam number 2 if you want me to stay here for a little bit longer by myself and then tune up. 1 if you want me to bring Bridget on and her daughter, or 2 if you want me to stay by myself. You guys want to meet Bridget's daughter and Bridget, then 1 in the chat. Oh, I know you already know Bridget, but we're getting a lot of 1s. A single 2. All right. Shane says, Myers right hand, nobody cares about left hand. He said, Travis, I'll pull him left after I get my easy 3-0. Oh, man, it's got a lot of 1s in the chat. You guys are playing a lot of games. Okay. Well, let's get them in here then. Let's get them in here. Let's get some chairs here. Oh, you want to grab that chair over there? On the other side. Grab that chair right there. What? Oh my gosh. All right, so just be Briston. All right, guys. Briston, you have to handle the sign. You guys, everybody, say a big hello and welcome. This is Bridget's daughter, Briston North. You see Briston? You just hang out. So I need you to do the sign though behind you, right? So okay. You can handle that. So erase. Well, actually, it's tied for 20. You can erase that and put the 20 for Silky Wilkie. Silky says, thank you for the super chat. Silky says, shirk your neck and go all the way up to Polars with Paulin in tow. You can even bring Ray as tough guy backup. Okay. All right, Silky. I appreciate that. Yeah, Ray is tough guy backup. I appreciate that. White Wolf, member for 23 months, says, you flying out of LAX tomorrow? I'm meeting Aussie there for a couple of beers during his layover for Charlotte, 7 p.m. I don't know if we're going to be there at the same time, but maybe. All right, you guys. Anybody got questions for Briston? We got Briston on here. I know you guys have met Em, my daughter, and you've met Bridget a bunch of times. This is the first time seeing Briston, right? Throw some questions out there. Everybody's saying, hello, Briston. Hi, Briston. Everybody's going to spell it wrong. Although she was in the chat earlier, guys. You can see how her name is spelled, but it's all right. Let's see. Gil Gamesh says top rolling. Hey, looks like mom says even gay. Okay. The official footage from Hermes versus Levon. Ref says they have 30 seconds to come back to the table. Hermes says no and waves him off. So Hermes was obviously gassed. Tex Brown says, I'm a little upset you didn't do a live in Colorado with me. Carolyn says, Bridget, you were a bombshell. You were a bombshell like Carrie. I'm going to rip some shorts because of you, girl. You rock. How does Bristol like? It's not Bristol, it's Briston. Jesus. I mean, you can misspell it is okay, but that's a whole different name. How do you like arm wrestling? Did she ever pull with your daughter?
No, I can't do that.
She's arm wrestler to practice. You arm wrestler practice a few times.
Yeah, but I can't do that to Emma. She's too strong. I worked out arms this morning, but I can't. I'm still not that strong.
You been gymming or what?
Yeah.
Oh, Bristen's been gymming, getting the gun show. All right, I feel it. Emma's been arm wrestling a long time, and she has huge hands. I'm telling you, Emma's hands are gigantic, so she's getting pretty good. But Bristen's a volleyball player, hardcore volleyball player. How many books did you read this summer? Says Dave Anderson.
0.
0.
Maybe like 3 pages.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What do you think of Derek? What do you think of Derek? There we go.
Oh, hell, she just posted about you to her PE teacher.
I did.
Oh, what'd you say?
So I was talking about how you guys went to Colorado and Texas because I was showing him my jacket and he was like, "Oh, why'd your mom go to Colorado?" I'm like, "Oh, for the world's strongest man competition." And he's like, "Oh, with Brian Shaw." And I'm like, "Yeah, they met him. I met him. I just said I met him."
It's okay. You basically met him. Let's see.
Your top 5 favorite arm wrestlers.
Can you name 5 arm wrestlers?
Your top favorite.
That show you were talking about.
Oh, she watched the documentary. She didn't know about Crazy George either.
I like Chris George.
Crazy George. Okay, that's a good name. That's a good name. All right, that's an advanced level name.
John Brzee. That's the documentary with John Brzee.
Derek, Brian Shaw, that one guy that you met in he has a specific accent. He can't.
Better hold on.
He says her name like Brigitte.
I don't know who you're talking about, but there's 2 names. It better not be one of these names.
I don't know.
I know they say they can't hardly hear you. You gotta speak up. Make sure you.
Oh my god.
The voice up there?
This one's not really working. It's this
Oh.
one.
What's that guy's name?
No, Ermie's talking about
Yeah.
Ermie's. You just said Prudnick's one of your favorite arm wrestlers?
Well, I don't know him, but I mean, I know that she knows him.
Oh.
My first favorite.
Yeah, you're the first one I said. So be happy. Be happy.
Oh, Briston. Oh, Briston.
Oh,
Okay.
alive.
Okay. Shane Owen says Briston's not sure how to spell it. How impressive it is watching Derek eat everyone's meal when y'all go out to hibachi. Oh yeah, she's been to hibachi with you a bunch of times. I eat a lot. I usually eat. Wait, I get your.
You get
shrimp?
my vegetables.
Oh, your vegetables. That's right.
And then our shrimp as well.
Yeah. Let's see. Just been reading rich people. Whole family's been on the show. How big is Briston's hand?
That big.
There we go.
Plus, like, that big of a nail.
Yeah.
So.
Now we need everybody at once. Yeah, we'll get the whole gang on here one day when Emma's over here. Bridget, does Derek eat a lot? Wait, they're asking you questions, Bridget. This is Briston. Bridget's over there.
You really
The obvious answer is yes, I eat a lot. Come on, Ignacio. You know this. They got me Chipotle.
That's one sitting.
Crazy George who invented the King's Move. Yeah. Can hardly hear Silky Wilkie's Hermes. Hello, Devin Larrett. Bro, I'm crying. She talking about Brig. Shane, it's not funny, man. Shane says he's crying. Oh, you know, Briston, your mom hasn't told you this, but I'm gonna let you know what happened. The reason everybody's giving me crap about you saying Prudnick is Prudnick hit on your mom when we were over there in Turkey last night. You know that?
Yes.
And you still said it?
Yes.
This is what I have to deal with.
He says her name.
This is what I have to deal with.
It's a cool way to say it. It's like a French way of saying. And Bridget is very French. So it's like perfect.
He's Ukrainian.
Same thing.
Okay, no more questions for Briston on here, anybody? That's about
The Derek and Briston show.
that's the end of that. All right. We're gonna start wrapping this up. You guys, any other questions for Briston while we have her on here? Shane Owen says, Bridget has here a reason to get an elevator selfie with Prudent now, so she can send it to Briston since she's one of her favorite arm wrestlers. Javier Martinez with the top super chat of the day, $30 super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the love. It says mandatory celebratory drink for when you beat Medi. First one's on me. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You can be pulling this weekend, Javier? Thank you. Derek's surrounded by estrogen, says Drew. Exactly. Gil says, tell her to watch Sarah Bachman and get inspired. I'll show you some videos of Sarah Bachman. She's a female arm wrestler. She's Swedish. She lives in Florida right now. But she's one of the best ever. She's super good. Let's see. Rengen, Burzy, Enigma of Rage. What up, Small Fry? What's going on? Geography may not be a strength, says Dave Anderson. Oh, he's hating on your geography person. Dave's the one that was asking if you read any books.
Twilight.
All he asked Emma is if she did her math homework and stuff like that. That's all he ever says to her. He's real big into education for the young ones. So, thank you, Dave, for caring. This is why Derek has to take a gallon of TRT every day. Wow, a gallon of TRT. Not quite. All right, guys. We've already been live for an hour and 10 minutes. I appreciate all the love, all the super chats and everything like that. Unless you guys have any last minute questions or comments, tomorrow we fly out. Big trip coming. The match, I'm going to channel all the hatred and anger you guys have wanted me to channel. We're going to throw it into the match. Moderators, please plug all channels of anybody in here. Shane Owens, Devin's Forum, Benji Mack. You guys plug all those, please. I appreciate that. Yeah. And I'll try to put out some shorts, some travel little shorts and videos for you guys on the way. Maybe we'll try to find a way to go live or something. I always forget about YouTube when I'm out there doing this stuff. So yeah, I think that's everything, you guys. If you guys have any questions or anything, you can always message me on Instagram or any of that stuff. Please post the link tree as well, you guys, in the chat, moderators. And you got anything else to say, Bruce?
No, I don't know.
Give him a forearm flex. You gotta give him a forearm flex. Boom! Good show. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Much love. See you guys later.